would like to share with you some information about our ecosystem. Can you see my screen?
Yes, all good.
Okay,
Thanks.
So, my name is José Bucassa, as you said before. I am the executive manager of Angola Innovation Summit. We are based on Angola, and we are a global platform which promotes awareness of innovation as a key factor for economic and social development, engaging ecosystems of startup ecosystems. And I would like to show you a big picture of Angola socio-economic information. We are an oil and gas-based economy with the GDP of 59,000 million USD in 2020, and a population of 32 million, which then 50 million is adult, and 66% is under 25 years old. Luanda is the capital, is the smallest city of the country, was founded in 45 years ago, is the center of political and economic decisions, it holds 25% of the country population, is also the main economic infrastructures, hold the main economic infrastructure, international airport, railways, ports, and etc. Talking about Luanda is talking about that ecosystem. As the capital, as the main city, as the center of business, Luanda is the main city of where the dynamic to build the ecosystem is happening. And I would like to show you a little journey and some achievements that we consider as very important for us. In June this year, 2020, we mapped on our ecosystem more than 191 initiative, and representing a growth of more than 45% than was founded last year, and in 2019. And in July of this year, we entered for the first time, as you said, on the startup ecosystem ranking performed by StartupBlink. For the first time, we hold the position 115. But we think that we can improve more. And in the pipeline of the ecosystems, we hope to get in next year the first investment fund focused on early stage startups with tickets between 25 and 50 $100,000 million. Our ecosystem is supported in 6 pillars, sustaining this ecosystem on entrepreneurship and startups, such as the policy and finance, cultural support, human capital in the markets. The policy we are talking about government initiative to create legislations to promote environments for entrepreneurship and innovation support. The finance, we are talking about the financial institutions supporting that ecosystem. The culture is the channels we have to share experiences, success stories, communicate business information and entrepreneurship. And we are talking about support. We think in co-working space, incubators and accelerators, research centers, laboratories, program mentoring and experts. About human capital, our ecosystem has, like others, education institutionals, but we are focused on which train centers focus on entrepreneurship and innovation in the markets. We are talking about the event association, contact network, startup competitions, challenge and hackathons. In these years, in June, we founded almost 191 initiatives filling that 6 pillars these pillars, this initiative are warming our ecosystems. We find a good policy to promote the ecosystem and entrepreneurship ecosystem, good programs and initiative of financial institutions, good programs and initiative for promoting cultures, and we would like to focus on in these two pillars as support and the markets. And I would like to show to share with you that we are in the beginning of our ecosystem, as as I told before in the last slides. We have a good weekend, quick wins these years, but I think that we have now the minimal steps. We had minimum step to continuous belief in the growth of the ecosystem. We have some important incubators and accelerators. Some of them are international, like a Founder Institute. This is a chapter in Luanda. The main house is in Silicon Valley, as you know. And in terms of market, we have a good event promoting the challenge, promoting knowledge, sharing knowledge. And last year we got the startup associations, which the main goal is to make advocacy for all startuppers. And the new path of the ecosystem is in some trend I would like to share with you, is that we are looking for more than we are making now. We faced some growth innovation initiatives and entities working in the ecosystem, including corporates and the public institution, more than the last 2 years. We are filling gaps across the ecosystem value chain. We are facing some focus on international perspective, internationalization perspective, and shifting the mindset from entrepreneurship based on necessity driven to impact. So the main key of this process, the new path for the next year, is in 4 duration. Strong national competition startups, looking for best practice in Portuguese speaking African country region where we are, international exposure for Angolan startups. For example, since 2019 we had startups in web summits sponsored by telecom enterprise in Angola, Unitel, and we are also focused on collaboration ecosystems in these areas in Portuguese speaking African countries. So I would like to share with you I believe that is the strong strength of our ecosystem. We are strategically well located. We easily connected with some important business centers in Africa, Asia, and Europe. A few hours from Kinshasa, Windhoek in Namibia, Johannesburg in South Africa, Dubai, and Lisbon in Portugal. We have a wise market size, more than 32 million potential consumer, adding all region in the South African region where we are connected, and more than 66% of our population under 25 years old. And the country face now an economic diversification agenda to promote non-oil sectors. I think that is important and open opportunity to develop different sectors and different activities in the country with this economic potential. And I would like to invite all of you to join and watch what's happening in our ecosystem, because we are on the beginning of this process to build this ecosystem, and this process show more so much opportunities. Like at the moment, the Luanda's ecosystem startups face two main weaknesses. That is, at the same time for us, great opportunities. We had no institution to support of funding startups. So we lack of investment and funding mechanisms for startups. I think that it's open opportunity to develop business angels and venture capital market to support startups with higher potential. We have some in this ecosystem, and more than 9 million of adult population in Angola are unbanked. What does it mean? It means that we have opportunities to develop the market of fintech industry, and we are starting in working in, and we think that it's a good opportunity for those of you that have experience, have skills, technology that could be a good solution for the financial inclusion in these emergent markets like Angola. So that's all I had to share with you. I think that there is no boundaries. The almost things is be connected, and I invite you to be connected with the Luanda ecosystem, startup ecosystem, because we think that crossing experience and change knowledge, we can build together a better place to develop startups in Africa and exploit these great markets that we have from Luanda to other parts of Africa. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, feel free to that.
That's great. Thanks, Jose. It's great to see how hard you're working on transitioning from an oil-dependent country to a more diversified economy through building like a strong startup ecosystem. So I think that's really exciting. Congratulations, and thanks for joining us on our summit.